New week's upon us, new speech from the PM. It's a big one.
Yeah, and I think it underlines the importance of the vaccination program, that it is not only a health issue, it's really a wealth and economic issue, Pete, that, the quicker we can get all our borders opening and commerce and travel and tourism, all that sort of stuff operating, particularly within the economy, it's going to be great to get the budget back into repair. And this is the bottom line, is that the faster we grow, the quicker the budget repairs itself. And the Prime Minister's basically said there'll be no more spending after this, no more. But he has also hinted there could be some sector support. He hasn't backed away from that totally. But I think both the Treasurer and the Prime Minister are very happy with the economic momentum they're seeing. If they can get borders open and stay open, well, then the Australian economy will probably grow over 4.5%. That's the number that's out there on consensus. But the Reserve Bank had a 5% number not that long ago. So if we got 5%, Pete, for a country that averages 2 to 3%, that would be extraordinary growth, unbelievable for job creation, and fantastic for reducing the budget deficit.
Okay, Pete, what about this Reddit drama? It was easily the stock story of the world last week. No doubt in some way it's going to continue today. And what sort of concerns, if any, could there be in the local market? Yeah.
Well, ASIC is going to be watching carefully about what's going on. And for those people who just aren't across it, basically the Reddit website is about the 12th biggest website in the world. And a group there, an investing group called Wall Street Bets, basically colluded and said, let's take on these short sellers. And they were selling a stock called GameStop, a number of other ones as well, but GameStop was the sensational one. And by these people getting together and colluding to buy the stocks that were being shorted, GameStop share price went up 400% last week. And so the regulators basically put pressure on Robinhood. Now, Robinhood is a free brokerage website and others, and they basically said, this has to be, restrictions have to be imposed. They were imposed, the market went up on Thursday, but on Friday the restrictions were taken away, probably because Robinhood was being pressured by its members and also threats of legal action, and bang, the market went down again. And our market will go down again today, I would suspect. So ASIC is saying we're watching local activity to see whether that kind of stuff we saw in America actually happens here.
How does Robinhood make its money if it doesn't take any brokerage fees? How does that work?
Yeah. So what they do is they work through a group called market makers who make a lot of money out of volume. And so they give Robinhood a very small clip of the ticket as the volume for all these shares go through. So it's a very small clip of the ticket, but the volume is so big, they make pretty good money.
You got to feel like this is going to end in tears, though. I mean, there's a lot of two-bit punters who've got their stimulus checks or whatever in the US just having a go, and that's all well and good. But you've got to feel like, because in some way perhaps the market has been manipulated to an extent here, that it's going to end in tears in the long term.
Yeah, I think so, Pete. I think the important point is that at the moment in America, for example, a small investor can take out options and can borrow. And so they put a small, basically, deposit down. If it doesn't work out, they just walk away and they do the deposit effectively on their option. Australia, it's not as easily done. And so small investors haven't got that access. Also, the free websites aren't as numerous. Superhero, I think, is the only free one in Australia at the moment. So I think in many ways we have less of a problem here. But if Wall Street gets spooked by this, we will cop the backwash, just when earnings season was kind of promising a pretty good run for Australian stocks.
Yeah.